I want you to think of this. I want you to think of this as a laboratory, where every day we look at something new in a unique way. I'm going to tell you what we're going to be looking at, and I'm going to tell you what to watch for in particular, because I know what's going to happen. First and foremost, let me say to you, welcome and thank you for joining us. Let me ask you, of course, it is incumbent upon you to like this video. This is the obligatory prolegomenon of everybody on YouTube. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like the video. Blah, 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 blah. This is the public version of what I do normally. This is the public version of my private channel. My private channel is much different. It's for adults. What I mean by that is, it is not necessarily, it's not profane, or it's deeper. This is very simple. This is very, very simple. This is a different story. This is a combination of a lot of things. This is, first of all, people who are listening right now, have this on in the background, maybe driving, maybe whatever it is. Maybe somebody listening to this later on, and then there are people actively participating in the private section in order to not comment, but make their presence known. And this is something interesting. As you know, I have a very favorite analogy or a thought experiment. And this is where I am speaking to somebody from another planet. And I'm saying, let me show you what we do. This is some subtleties because I study this constantly. I always study myself and others as well. Why do people do things? How do they react? Whatever. Just the way there's all these great dog channels. The Cane Corso does this. The Dogo Argentino does, the Irish Wolfhound does. We always love to talk about behaviors, and there are some behaviors that people do, but behaviors that people do on social media. Let me tell you what I saw today. Facebook, remember, Twitter, well, how do I say this? Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Completely different. Instagram is Indian Bollywood movie posters. What do I mean by that? In Bollywood, if you've ever seen that, that is a movie industry like nothing you could ever even imagine. We have no comparison to that. None. And one of the premier producers or whatever said, the pictures, whatever, the posters, the literacy rate in some respects is different than here. So a lot of it is a lot of pictures. Maybe not as many as words. Same thing for us, really. But in particular, it's the picture that does it. The picture on the poster, the whatever it is. That's kind of sort of what we do. That's Instagram. Instagram is the simplest. Instagram is the most naked, narcissistic, self-referential look at me of them all. Number one, without even coming close to being, well, there is no comparison. That's number one. Next is Twitter. Twitter's interesting. Twitter is more political. It's harder to be look at me, but they have its few. But it's more like look at me, but also look what I'm saying versus just look at me. And I like that. Look what I'm saying and look what I'm pointing to. At least in my particular sphere of Twitter. Facebook, the narcissist's bounty. Let me tell you what I saw this morning. And again, imagine I'm sitting next to some alien, some extraterrestrial. I say, watch this. Woman, I know. Facebook. Please pray for my father. He needs your prayers. Pray. And I would have to explain what prayer means. Prayer is a focus. It normally invokes some type of religion. but it's kind of a focus. It's a very good thing, very positive. And there are debates. People say, do prayers help? I think they could very well. I don't know if there's any research on it, but it wouldn't surprise me because there are different levels of energy and whatever that we don't know about. But that's not why she's doing it. It has nothing to do with the Father. It's her. It's look at me. Look how I'm suffering. Look at my pain. Look at me, the distraught daughter. Me. Forget him. Yeah, he's there. But me. Oh, I'm sorry. Madison, how are you doing? I don't know. One day at a time. Look at me. Look at me. I'm going to break into Errol Garner. I'm as lucky, as helpless as a kitten up a tree. Look at me. Look at my pain. That's number one. That was that is it. Look at my pain. Look at me. Do you see me? Am I still here? Am I still here? I knew somebody one time who told me something which is very interesting. This was a fellow I knew years ago who was really into drugs, really into cocaine, years and years ago. He said the scariest thing he ever saw or ever experienced in his life was when he looked in the mirror and did not see himself. Not figuratively, literally, actually could not see. He wasn't there. And I never forgot that. How horrible is the scariest thing to not be present, to not see. Now, stop right there. Remember, people always have to say, I'm here, right? Because this person who says, please pray for my father, you see me, right? Just remind me. Here I am, I'm out with my friends. I love these, you ever say, I love these girls. I love these gals. I love love me some, you know what, I don't know where this language is. Okay, stop. Now, when I mentioned prayer, I want you to notice something right here. This is what I would tell this. I would say, now look, notice this. There are people who don't like that other people are religious. They're not atheists. An atheist is somebody who is without theism. A Buddhist is theoretically an atheist, right? There's no worldview. It's other things as well. But the militant atheist is the one who doesn't like the fact that somebody believes in something. And the militant atheists, Sam Harris, Daniel Dennett, Dawkins, Hitchens for a while, and that Krauss fellow who won't let anybody speak. Lawrence Krauss, who won't let anyone speak. Okay? Seriously. Will not let, you think he's in the Hannity Club. They mock spirituality. They mock people who believe in prayer. They will say, prayer doesn't do anything. And the reason why they do this is not because they believe it, but they want you to know they're there and they're the contrarian. They're the guy in the punch bowl, so to speak, who wants to destroy, who wants to derail, who also wants to say, I'm here, but I'm here as the maverick, as the contrarian. I'm here to dispel. What you're doing is silly. This is ridiculous. You're just into some kind of weird mythological whatever it is. Always has to answer the question and always has to dispute and to destroy what somebody else believes in, as opposed to just observing. Nobody's asking for the diagnosis. Just observe. But no. That's not my thing. No. I've got to push through. You don't understand. That's not what I do. I'm the contrarian. I don't believe in anything. I'm not a latitudinarian. I'm a contrarian. Fascinating. I'm still listening to today's topic is comedy is politics. I'm still listening to the people, the reviews of Chris Tucker. Now, Chris Rock. I'm Chris Tucker myself. Now, the reason why, and many people miss this, is I don't care about Chris Rock. That's not it. Listen to what people say, listen to what they think it's about, and listen to the bigger picture of what it means to do live performances streaming. That's the big picture. Nobody gets that. When Biden speaks, it's not what Biden is saying. What does this mean right now? What's the big picture? Trump at CPAC or whatever, what does that mean? What's the big picture? People will say, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean, what's the big picture? What is it? It means what it is. No. Tell me the overarching, tell me where are we now? Tell me the big picture. I don't know what the big picture is. I only can talk about this. No. I've been telling people in the media world, friends of mine, I said, do you understand what the Chris Rock business is? This is live streaming. What this is going to do to national TV, heritage TV, regular broadcast cable, NFL, Major League Baseball, etc., maybe even Broadway, maybe. Do you see what's happening in the future? Are you aware of this? Do you see what's happening? Don't know what I'm talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. All I see is the immediate. When you're driving a car, don't look at the end of the hood. Look up. Look up. Please, look way over there. Do you see what's happening? Do you see where this is going? This is what they don't understand. This is what I'm telling you, my friend, my alien. They don't understand this. Look at what's happening. I'm going to give you another story, too. This is the one about emails and people in business. I got to tell you this. First, I want to tell you something. I've got an email, I've got a newsletter coming out today, and it's a barn burner. And I'm telling you right now, that's the link right there for it. That's the link. You see what I'm saying? Sign up for it. It's a beaut. But you got to read it. I know people don't want to read it. Yes, you have to read it. It's very, very good. It's for those individuals who are, shall we say, with it. Now, second of all, when it comes to health, greatest story in the world. This is what I would love to say to my friend, the alien. We talk about health more than anything else. We talk about it. We don't do anything about it. We talk about it. We talk about diet. We talk about exercise. We love to talk about intermittent fasting. We don't do that. We love to talk about vitamin D. We don't do that. We talk about combinations and we just don't do anything. But we love to talk about it. We love to talk about diets and paleo and keto and plant-based and vegan and vegetarian and pescatarian and flexitarian. We talk about stuff like you can't believe. And we are the unhealthiest you've ever seen. Obesity rates through the roof, but we talk about it. So, what do? I say, well, here's one thing you can do. I can't change your lifestyle, and I can't make you eat right. But you can hedge against something. And it's Z-Stack right there. You see this little link? By the way, if you're listening to this later, hit under the More button. Look at this link. Get up to 15% off a Z-Stack. What does it do? It's a perfect combination. It's a balance of vitamin C. Remember vitamin C? People love this thing about vitamin C. Are you getting sick? Take vitamin C. Well, yeah, but it's not just, I'm going to take it now, and all of a sudden the virus is going to say, wait a minute, is that vitamin C? Is that vitamin C? Is he taking C? Oh, that's it. We're done. We're through. We're dead. It's not going to kill a virus. You kind of want to build it up. It's a beautiful thing. Zinc, one of them. People say, I don't know what zinc is. But zinc made its rounds, and people love zinc, and they were going out of their way to get zinc because they read it, and people kept talking about it. Vitamin D, actually, D3, beautiful. It's a hormone. And the flavonoids. This is why people do not care about vegetables, because vegetables don't taste. No, they want to go into things like, meat. That's good. Whatever. Protein. I'm not here to argue with you. Flavonoids are the best for fighting free radicals, antioxidants, quercetin. There it is. That's all I'm going to tell you. Z-Stack. Read the literature yourself. It makes complete and total sense. Now, next I'm going to talk about something very simple. This idea of the pillow. It's a wonderful idea. Somebody years ago must have said, when mankind was saying, you know what, this sleeping business, I'm having a hard time. You know, I noticed Joe over there he kind of propped his head up. Did you sleep better? Did you notice? Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna wrap up some leaves. You know what? When I sleep and my head's up, it's kind of bad. And that's how it started. That's simple. That's simple. And MyPillow took that momentum and kept going. So MyPillow, call 800-645-4965 if you're in the event, if you're in the business of landlines, which I am. Even rotaries have a nice princess phone. We have a teenager's phone. Call 800-645-4965 or go to mypillow.com, promo code Lionel. You get a free gift and read about MyPillow 2.0. Actually 2.0, but we don't say that. Anyway, 2.0. Temperature controlled. Unbelievable. MyPillow, there it is, mypillow.com, promo code Lionel, promo code Lionel, promo code Lionel. Okay. Here's the thing which I always say this, but if we had children right now, I'm going to say, okay, here's what we're going to do. Little medulla oblongata and Hortense, come here. I'm going to give you a task, and you're going to do this. I am going to email you. That's right, email. I'm going to email you something. It's a direction. And when you respond to it, you respond to my email, I'm going to tell you something further. And then eventually, if you follow the instructions, you will be rewarded with something. I don't know what, but I'll figure it out. It's a very simple thing. You have to have an email account. There it is for you. You're going to have to answer your email, if you see it from me. And you're going to have to do whatever. And I'm going to see if I understand what it is you're writing. It's called a task. It's email. You answer the email. Whatever it is. Okay? Good. Do you know how many times, and please tell me if you've heard this, just press the number 1. And if you haven't heard it, don't do anything. I'm asking you this participatory thing I'm going to ask you. How many times have you emailed somebody and they say, "Oh, I don't read email." You know what? I don't need email. I'm answering you emailed me. I'm responding. Oh, I don't read email. Or I don't know. I don't know. I emailed you. I don't know how to. I didn't text you. I emailed you. And you have to just hit R, respond, or whatever it is. Has this ever happened to you? It's happened to Owen? You have no idea. And I'm not talking about NTM. I'm talking about people who are in media corporations, law firms, people who just don't. I don't know what it is. I've got to do what now? I've got to do what? You have a phone. I can tell. I saw my phone. I can tell when there's a little red dot. I got an email. I can answer on my phone. There it is. Sometimes you'll get this. Well, I texted you, but I didn't see. No. There's a little dot. See, I have these emails. If I have these texts, I know exactly. I don't get that many. I get a lot though. I can look at it right now and say, "Oh, look who it is," and I text back. Oh, I don't know how to do that. Now they're on it constantly. What are they doing? I have no idea what they're doing. I have to answer a text? No, I don't. You're texting all the time. Yeah, but no. I texted you. You never got back with me. Yeah, I'm not. Or. Get ready for this one. 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 This is the one that just sends me off the cliff. You call somebody, you try to leave a message. The subscriber has not set up their voicemail, or the voicemail box is full. Their voicemail box is full. They haven't answered, cleared, saved. Email, don't know what to do. Texting, I didn't answer, even though they're doing this constantly. Voicemail, it's full. What has happened? I don't understand this. What has happened? There was a woman who happened to be, she was very interesting. She was the head of a media organization. And I love this rule. Everybody in her company had to answer all emails within 24 hours. Everybody. Whatever email came in on that account, 24 hours. Absolutely. I loved that. Loved it. Because people just I don't know what it is. I don't know if they were just, as a child, they were dropped on their head. They didn't have responsibility. I don't know. I do not, I can't figure this out. And I've seen this. Grown people who can't handle the simplest. I email you, you email me back, we work this out. Hey, you never call me back. Oh, I'm sorry. I've been swamped. I've been slammed, right? Slammed. I've been slammed. I've been so slammed. Slammed? What are you talking about? I'm slammed. I'm just busy. We're doing business together. I'm not somebody who's, what? I don't understand this. I do not understand it. And it's happening more and more and more and more and more. More than I could ever even, I can't see this. Something is, and I go through this, I'm always seeing what's wrong, what's different, what's happening. And I ask questions. Then I want to go back to what I'm saying. The discourtesy that people have towards each other, and what we are seeing. Comedy is politics. Politics is comedy. Let me tell you what we're seeing right now. What I would tell our friend from another planet is, I want you to watch some TV with me. You see this? Okay. These are news programs. They are, depending upon your quote, your, I don't know what you want to call it, your predisposition, if you're left or right or Democrat or whatever, there are different shows you can go that pretty much can narrowcast according to what you like. But here's the best part. And listen to me carefully and listen like you've never heard. They act as a replacement for government and governance. You understand this? I can't. By the way, somebody wrote courtesy, CURTESY, courtesy. Courtesy is this is in property law and probate. This is, remember, dower and courtesy. CURTESY, courtesy. Consanguinity, persterpes. You follow what I'm saying? Are you digging what I'm saying? Dower, dowry, remember that? Courtesy, curtilage, not cartilage. Are you following this? Please say yes. Okay. We live in a world where we think that if somebody says something, that means something. That's going to be. That was great. And here's my favorite. And by the way, I'm telling you, so-and-so was slammed today on whatever show. Merrick Garland or Matt Gaetz or whoever it was slammed. He was slammed. Did you see it? Slammage. Slammed. Ripped. Slammed. You should just slam. Merrick Garland. Slammed. What does that mean? Anything going to change? Nope. I was going to say now, General Garland, you realize what's going to happen. You too. And he, remember when the tech folks came? Remember the Zuckerberg? Slammed. Oh my God. And did you shadow ban me? Did you just slam? What happened? Nothing. Remember years ago, MLB, Major League Baseball. Remember that one? Mark McGwire, Palmeiro, Canseco. Did you use performance? No, Mark McGwire, my best. Do we have to talk about this now? Yes. Well, that's in the past. That's what testimony is. It's in the past. We don't ask you to testify about the future or what's happening now, because we can see what's happening now. As far as the future goes, you don't know what the actual future. So yeah, testimony by nature is the past. Do we have to discuss this now? Yes, we have to discuss this. Whatever happened? Nothing. Anybody held in contempt? Nope. Years before that, tobacco executives. Mr. So-and-so, you're from whatever. Do you have any reason to believe or any evidence that nicotine is addictive? Nope. Number 2, nope. Any perjury? Nothing happened. But they were slammed. You understand what I'm saying? Slammed. It was great. Oh, it was great. All of these nominees and appointees, and they go through the Senate, and they're slammed. Any idea of, do they ever get to make it to the bench or their position? We don't know, do we? We never hear about this. But they were slammed. That's what we do today. I don't know what it is. Did the individual at the White House or the government level follow up? No. That was it. Slammed. He was slammed. Grand slam. Denny's grand slam. Speaking of which, in the event of a complete and total food disruption, don't be slammed. You like that segue? You like that? This is the one that gets me no matter what. We go to, there's a place big highway. And everybody turns off into this mall to go to a Costco. Costco's are great, they're fun, and they're big, and people enjoy them, and they're wonderful. I haven't been in one in years, but I mean, you can see that just is packed. And this is when everything's there and everybody's happy. This is when everybody's happy and everybody's there and it's packed. Now, in the event something goes wrong, a derailment, supply chain. Remember all those barges and whatever, those vessels out in the L.A. harbor or L.A. Remember that? They're packed and they can't get in, and whatever happened with that? I don't know. Whatever in the East Palestine, I don't know. We're not talking about that anymore? Nope. What about the balloons? Are the balloons? Did we any more balloons? I don't think so. There's no more balloons? That's it? 3? Well, that's it. We just forget about things. Okay. But the thing that I thought was, I realized, if ever there was any kind of a food disruption, I don't know how nice this would look. I mean, this place is packed and they've got everything. Imagine something goes wrong. Something goes wrong. What happens? I don't know. So my Patriot Supply is here. My Patriot Supply is here. And you have to go to the final, this is the link. Preparewithlionel.com. That's it. Preparewithlionel.com. This is the most brilliant thing you've ever seen. Food with a $250 discount on a 3-month supply, 90 days. You should have that per person. 120 pounds, stacked in beautiful modular geometrics. 25 years shelf life. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, you name it. In resealable, oxygen-absorbing pouches. Water resistant, they're there, it's beautiful, it's perfect, it makes complete and total sense, and that's it. I don't know how to say it in any other way than what I'm saying right now. That simple. That simple. Preparewithlionel.com. It makes so much sense because remember, if stores are this packed and everything's there, just imagine what's going to happen in the event of something really going off the rails. No pun intended. And speaking of which, I got to say this one more time. Everywhere I go, just look around you. What you're doing, look what's plugged in. Everything is plugged in. My lights, my this, I got my this lights, I got this, I got that, I am one plug. Everything is my plug. I plug this one in and plug. I got double prong plugs. I've got this plug. I've got extension cord. You name it. And in the event, I know what you're going to say. That'll never happen. Of an electromagnetic pulse, under a variety of circumstances, it's all. That's it. All my stuff gone. Wouldn't it make sense? Including your car and your RV and everything else and your ham radio. EMP Shield makes so much sense. Do yourself a favor. Here's a link right now. Don't take my word for it. No, please. No. Just read. Just look at the data that have been collected on electromagnetic pulse protection, and it will blow your mind. Okay? You got it? Okay. Now, going back to what I was saying initially, I'm looking around here and I think to myself, I don't think anybody really truly gets it. I really am not thinking that people kind of sort of get stuff. But more importantly, rather than listen to the story, look at the bigger picture. Why do stories go nowhere? I'm going to tell you one, and one of our and I know there's one of my favorite commenters, I'm not going to mention his name, is going to jump on this like you cannot believe how fat. This is just catnip for him because you can't believe it. Okay. Every single magic trick is explained on the internet, on YouTube. Everything. David Blaine, this and that, but it's all sleight of hand. And I love to watch how simple they are. I threw it away, it's just brilliant. Nobody, people who like magic, will ever look this stuff up. Now, I don't know about you. What I find interesting is not the magic trick, but showing me how you do the magic trick. That's what's fascinating to me. Let me see it the first time. Okay, that was pretty good. Now show me how you did it. That's what's interesting. In my magic show, and don't do this. Remember Doug Henning? It's magic. The power of magic. Oh, shut up. David Copperfield, they get to this thing where they think, okay, Zoltan, take it easy. But I wish somebody would say, let me show you how I did it. See this? It's a fake thumb. I love that. I put it, it's a fake thumb. That's brilliant. Yes. But they don't do that. Well, we can't show you the. I know it's a trick. Okay. So when I show you what the trick is, we went to something one time. I'll never forget this. It was considered this magician to the millionaires and billionaires. Anyway, they showed us this thing called the kettle trick or something. The kettle trick. Different colors of the kettles. And hey, I had my phone and I looked, and you can get on Amazon, you can get one of these. I like for kids. Was the most base thing I've ever seen in my life. And I happened to show them. I go, isn't that amazing? And I said, here. It's right here. Nobody looked it up. Nobody. If I said to you, that Gulf of Tonkin thing, you know what happened, right? Remember the answer? I know people, God bless them, Vietnam veterans who say, you know about the Gulf of Tonkin. No, I don't. You didn't look this up? No. You didn't look it up. And I can go on and on. And it goes back full circle to the people who don't read their email, don't read their text messages, who aren't involved in anything that's even remotely, that there's no investigative pull. Like, I've got to know this. I've gotten up to find my phone because I couldn't remember a word. It drives me crazy. I've got to know this. I will persist on something until I figure something out. It drives me crazy. I've got to know this. Tell me the truth. Tell me what this is about. Tell me how this story about history isn't true. Tell me about this misconception that I had, which is wrong. Please tell me. Debunk something, whatever it is. I saw a great piece. Oh, I hope you're seeing it. It's wonderful. It's how some of the particle physics, the physics people are turning on, like the Brian Greens and the string theorists, and they're going, wait a minute, throwing in Ed Witten, and even Joe Rogan's picking up on it. Oh, this is fantastic. Debunking string theory? Oh, my God. Sabine Hassenpfeffer, or whatever her name is, it's wonderful. I love when things are debunked. I love when people say, that's not it for them. Really? You mean that's not true? Never happened. It never happened? Bogart never said play it against Sam. He never said that. No, never said Judy. Never said. I love to learn things that never happened. Never. And I want to know, well, tell me how do you do something? Tell me how you use tricks. We were watching something the other day. Oh, what was that? Was it Korean? I love cults. Cults. It's fantastic. Now, you got to be very careful with this. And again, some of my friends watching are going to. What is a cult? What is politics? What is a belief system? What is a fad? What is something you're kind of intellectually addicted to? This was this Netflix about this Korean. It was the most preposterous thing I've ever heard in my life, and yet more people fell for this. Jim Jones, Jonestown. How? Now I know what you're saying. You're going to point to something that's going on currently, and you're going to say, well, that's a cult, and this is a cult, and they're completely different. The point is, think about this. How do you take rational, normal people and get them to think or believe something which is patently ridiculous? Now let's go full circle. How do you get people not to respond? How do you get people not to move? How to use technology to merely communicate when they are constantly using communicate to tell the world, here I am, look at me, and look at my pain and suffering. Selective identity. I am irresponsible. I don't want to do my job, but I want to talk about me. I want to talk about me. The other day, this Chris Rock thing, they made it sound like it was the biggest thing. I said, have you not been through Carlin, Mort Saul, Dick Gregory, Bill Hicks, Lenny Bruce, Will Rogers? I mean, do people think that this is the first time anybody? The power of the internet, slamming and slammage versus something actually going on. Oh, I could go on and on and on. My friend, what I'm trying to tell you is this. Look at what's going on. Ask questions. Don't diagnose it yet, but just look and be literally, actually, truly amazed. And the most fascinating subject there is, is what is forgotten. We can go on something 24/7. We can absolutely live and breathe every second what's going on with East Palestine, and then gone. Like it never happened. Nobody's saying, hey, wait, whatever. Nothing. What is it? Sleight of hand. It's illusion. It's habituation. It's It's wearing you out. It's slowing you down. How are we ever going to, in the event of a very, 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 and I go much deeper into this, but you can have things that are said where people say, you know, when we told you about, yeah, well, it's not true. And we kind of knew it wasn't true, but we told you this anyway. Nobody says anything. Huh. Oh, well. Can I go back to my games? Yes, you may. Can I go back to myself? Yes, you can. Anybody upset? No. Really? No. And you would think in this world of people getting going crazy and making all kinds of noise and over the top, and I'm literally coming up. These people who have these meltdowns, you would think that this heightened sense of infuriated anger and frustration would carry over whenever news stories are not, whenever things are not followed through, whenever the government or the media or the population turns its back on. No. We live in a world of people I can't predict, but I'm sitting around and every time I see, oh my God, look at that. Look at that. Did you see something yesterday? Did you notice this? We went to a very popular drugstore chain. Now in Manhattan, if you want to buy certain things, deodorant, hair, whatever it is, you've got to push this button and wait for the not technician, but the clerk to come over and unlock. What are they? Things like bath wash or body wash and toothpaste, shampoos. They're locked up. The guy's got to come over. Okay, listen to this. Comes over, unlocks it. Now, we went to another one in another city, and they have this thing. I said, oh, look. They must be having, because it looked just like the locked mechanism. No, it wasn't. You lift it up kind of like an automat. You lift it up, and it makes this bing, bing noise, but you can take out whatever you want. Not locked, but made a noise. Why? Are they more reasonable here? Are they less felonious or larcenous? I don't know. What is this? I lift up the thing. I don't need any clerk. It makes a little tone, a little noise. That'll do it. That'll do what? What do you think I'm going to slip it? Amazing. Literally, actually, truly, the behaviors that we go through, just incredible. All right, my dear friends, let me also tell you a couple of things here. In addition, you better do yourself a favor, do me a favor, and you better follow that Mrs. L. Look at her. Oh, her Twitter is beauteous. Follow this, and we got a brand new newsletter coming out tomorrow, which is terrific. And her interviews. Let me tell you something. You've got to just do what I'm saying. She's interviews the most interesting people. She is a radio star. She is such a pro on radio. You have no idea. And I'm not saying it just because I'm saying it. I'm saying it because it's true. And also the newsletter is coming out, which I implore you to listen and to sign up. It's right here. There it is. Just click onto this. Very simple. Very simple. And mine comes out today, I think around 3:30. I'm going to drop it. That's what the kids call it. I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop the newsletter. And it's a beaut. It's really good. I like it. It covers a lot of subjects that, frankly, I don't really go into detail here because now's not the time. Okay? All right, my friends, you have a great and glorious day. See you tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Until then, remember, the monkey's dead. The show's over. Sue ya. Ta-ta.